And what if I told you in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to give you the secrets of being more accurate at the range? Do you have 8 minutes to stop missing your targets? Do you have 8 minutes of your time to become the most proficient pistol shooter you can be? Whether you're new to shooting or whether you've been shooting a while and just can't figure it out, this video is for you. All right, guys, you have decided to watch this video, 8 minutes to accuracy. The thumbnail got you because you suck at the range. I understand that. But there are a few things as a firearms instructor that I need to teach you very quickly. And it's only going to take us 8 minutes if I don't blabber on too much. So number one thing we need to figure out is how are we going to stand? Stance is very important because stance is part of our foundation. So what I want you to think about is more of an athletic stance. That's feet shoulder width apart, bouncing on your knees just a little bit and leaning forward with the firearm, getting your nose over your toes. The more weight we can transfer to our toes, the more we're going to help ourselves suck up some of that recoil. So number one tip would be stance. Number two is grip. We need to make sure we get a good positive grip. Rubber gun, guys, no bullets, nothing live in it. So what we want to do is make sure for right-handed we grab the gun high on the tang. Don't give it any gapping at all. And bring your finger off that trigger right there. And then your other side makes that void right there. You want 2 thumbs forward and wrap your hands. There is a good positive grip. What we see most of the time is students drop their thumb and put their hand over their thumb. What this causes is this thumb to push on the firearm going this direction, and our dominant hand is only 40% of our grip. The rest comes from our non-dominant hand. So the more we can open up our grip and grab a hold, the better we're going to be able to control that weapon. When you have this grip, 2 thumbs forward grip, it physically gives you 360-degree fat around the gun, which allows you to suck up and control the recoil. Number 3, do you know your dominant eye? It's very important as shooters that we know our, even if we're opening both eyes to shoot, we still have to have the gun over our dominant eye. How do we figure out our dominant eye? By using the dominant eye test. Basically, you take your hands, bring it into a triangle, focus on something. We're focusing on the camera today. I got both eyes open, and I bring my hands back to my face very slowly. It'll automatically go to your dominant eye. Why is dominant eye important? Because that's where the weapon and eye have to be lined up together. Most people who stand with their feet shoulder width apart, bouncing on their knees and leaning forward, put the gun over their nose. If the gun is over your nose, you're already shooting to the left. Where we need to have the firearm is over our dominant eye, turning our chin, getting our eye over the weapon, and lining it up. The more we have the weapon over our dominant eye, the more level the pistol is going to be, and the more directly over the pistol we'll be able to look, and will make us more accurate at the range. Number 4 is trigger control, guys. We need to make sure we get a good trigger press. If you haven't heard this before, pressing a trigger is bringing it back slow as you can get it until the weapon cuts. The shot should be a surprise to you. Most people pull a trigger or jerk a trigger, and when you press a trigger, the gun does not manipulate. I'm pressing the trigger, but when I pull the trigger, this is what we don't want, because that causes the front post to dump, and if the front post dumps, that's where the bullet's going to go dump. Number 5 is sight picture, and number 6 is sight alignment. I put them together. I should have put them together, but I didn't, but it kind of gives you an idea. What do we talk about sight alignment? We got to make sure that the pistol is level. Most people take your front post and your back post, and they put it out in front of them. If your front post is lower than your back post, then that impact of the bullet's going to be low. So we want to make sure that we have the top of our front sight and the top of our back sight level. because when that happens, the pistol is level. Well, John, how do I aim the weapon? Well, you aim the weapon not with your wrist, you aim the weapon with your waist, which in turn keeps the weapon level. All right. And then sight picture, we talked about 6 o'clock hold multiple times. This is a very consistent point of aim. And we want to think more golf ball and golf tee, or lollipop and lollipop stick. The bullseye is here, your stick is down below. It makes it so much easier, and it gives you consistent point of aim. With a consistent point of aim, you will be more consistent. With consistency comes confidence, and with confidence comes accuracy. So that's pretty cool. I promise you guys, I do know how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 6 is missing. I understand that. So let me cool.
It's actually number 7,
number
big
8
dummy. You screwed up.
Recoil management. We have to control the recoil. There are many ways people try to do it. We've seen the dump the thumb and grab a hold and squeeze as hard as we can with our hand. When we do that, we put a lot of torque on the weapon, which causes those high, low, right, left shots. What we want is get a good, proper grip, like we talked about already. 2 thumbs forward, fill in that gap, pushing out in front of us. Now, here's where it changes. You drive with your chest muscles, gentlemen. You use your pecs. Do me a favor right now. Reach out in front of you and squeeze your hands together. You squeeze your hands together, your pecs kick in, and that's how we control a pistol. Not with our hands, with our pectoral muscles. Now, ladies, since you're watching this as well, and I appreciate you, you don't do that because your pectoral muscle is underneath your boob, not on top of your boob like a man. So what I want you to do, ladies, is I want you to drive the weapon out and then pull back with your non-dominant. It's a push and pull method, which in turn uses your back muscles, and that'll keep the weapon level. Number 8 is follow through. Push the gun out in front of you. Keep it up in front of you. Don't drop your arms during the shot, and keep the weapon level during the shots, and trust your impact of your target. Don't verify or look over it. The moment you drop your arms to look, the more you're going to cause yourself problems. Sorry about the misconception. I wrote this thing multiple times. We do these videos early, and sometimes we're not awake yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't believe I did that. Sorry. My name's John Johnson. I'm a firearms instructor, and I specialize in you. And we put this channel together to motivate, educate, and entertain. I hope I do that pretty well. If I do and you found some value here, you know what to do. You know, the button and all that stuff like that. And then next time I do a video just like this, you'd be the next to know. 8 minutes, accuracy. What do you think? Comment below. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you tried it, and let me know if it's working for you. If you have any problems at the range and you need my support, I would look at all my comments. I can't always respond to all of them because we're getting busier and busier. But without you guys, I'm nothing. I built this channel to motivate, educate, and entertain, and I hope I do that. If you want to learn more or get more experience, I have a bunch of ebooks, guys. And I just got my newest ebook out, and it's The Secrets of the 6 o'clock hold. And this is one of the things we talked about here. And if you want that book for free, it's down below in the descriptions. And all you have to do is put free book at checkout, and it's yours for free. Now, I have other books like grip and stance and trigger control and sight picture and sight alignment. Now, every one of these books takes that one implement and breaks it down, gives you the science of it and why it is important to have. Every one of these are important, and you need to know these as much as possible. I have a playlist on the whiteboard lessons that are coming up, And each one of these will help you become more proficient, which will allow you to take this stuff to the range. Now, the video was longer than 8 minutes, I understand, but the tips themselves were in 8 minutes. So don't get mad at me because the video went longer than 8 minutes. But until next time, God bless, be safe, and remember, you are your first line of defense. I love you guys very much. Thank you for support, and thank you for watching this video. Until next time, bye-bye.